Grade A. Grade A. Grade A.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Grade A Show. We are on episode number 42. It'll feel more good when we get to the hundreds. What's good, fellas? How y'all doing, man?
What's going on?
Getting
What's
up
up,
there.
y'all?
What's up? What's going on?
Got T-Top. T-Top's back. I got Ace here, Moose is here. Mike is gonna be here. He's just a little tardy for today. How y'all doing? Hope everybody's doing well. Everybody tuning into the channel, make sure y'all like the channel. Continue to subscribe. Leave comments below if you feel the need to do so. And let's get started. Well, before we get started, I want to do something new today. We're gonna have a grade A shout out day. And everybody watching, moving forward, if you want to leave a comment down below with your business or your hobby or anything that you're doing, you got going on, and you want a free shout out, just leave a comment. Let us know. We'll put it up there. First, we got Bell Escapes via YouTube and TikTok. If you're into vlogging, traveling, restaurants, if you're in the Atlanta area and you want to get some, good food out there, definitely check her out. And all that stuff. Yeah, pretty good. YouTube and TikTok, check that out. Next up, of course, your honors me. Grade A Tempo. It's a music and beats production page on YouTube and Instagram. If you're interested in collabs, you want to purchase some beats, or even if you just want to go check it out or listen to some beats, do me a favor. Go like, subscribe, and follow those pages. Next, we got Bryson Gully. If you're into the tech space and stuff like that, IT, GovTech, and all that stuff, check out his YouTube and Instagram pages as well. He's really up to date with what's going on in the tech space and just everything technology-wise. Last but not least, we have Isaiah Ifoji, another sports podcaster that we have is on YouTube and Instagram. Make sure you check him out. I believe his show is called Cut the Deck. Yeah, go ahead, like, subscribe, and share all those socials for me. What's good, fellas? Y'all had a good week?
What's good?
Chilling, man. Just ending the summer, right?
College football starting up.
A lot of vacations.
Y'all teams.
Speaking of college football, Georgia and Clemson's playing right now. But we here to talk basketball. Y'all see the title down below. We are doing a top 10 all-time players list for each position. Point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center. If you agree or disagree, leave a comment down below and we'll talk about it. There's a live chat. Right before we get into that though, did y'all hear about the little KG and Anthony Edwards little conflog that was going on this past couple of days ago? How y'all feel about that?
I mean, I think KG is on point. I don't like Anthony Edwards. First of all, he hasn't even watched anything before like 2000, and he made that clear. And then to say that those guys don't have skills except Michael Jordan is ridiculous. So I think KG is in the right to say like that's not true. And I mean, I don't agree saying that none of the players now wouldn't be able to be on a team 20 years ago. I don't believe in that. That's bullshit. Because I think the players now are more skilled, so I think they could bring a lot to the game back then, 20 years ago. But I think Anthony Edwards is out of place saying those dudes didn't have skills except Mike, MJ. So that's bullshit to me.
I feel like
I
it's
mean, go ahead, Ace.
I feel like it's mixed only because certain things they did back then, players today can't do, and vice versa. For example, back then, defense was more of a pride thing. If you looked like you were in zone, it was called as a foul. You had to really clamp up and guard your man. It wasn't you guard him and let me just score. Nah, you better guard him and defend. Like, to guard him, defend, and score. You had to kind of be almost universal in certain cases.
Yeah, and I kind of agree to piggyback off of what you guys are saying. I definitely think I think KG had some things that, I feel like there was a lot of emotions involved, and not saying either party was wrong. But I wish KG would have more. I kind of see how he reciprocated that information from Anthony Edwards and kind of put it out there the way that he did. But I think that players today could definitely play back then. I just think the style of play they would have had to adjust to the style of play, because you was playing a lot more defenses where guys was getting up in your chest. And as soon as you cross that half court, it'll be a lot harder to get to the cup. The triple threat styles back then versus now are not as lenient for like guys like Anthony Edwards, Jason Tatum, and stuff like that to be doing all that dribbling stuff. Even Stephen Curry. Go ahead, Ace.
I was gonna say, I didn't mean to cut you off. I don't feel like everybody could play, because back then it wasn't no taking 7 threes a game. If you missed the first 3, that's it. You either getting pulled or your coach is telling you get a layup.
I totally agree. I think the same thing vice versa. Like, if we put KG in this era now, he would have had to learn how to shoot the 3 a little bit more, in my opinion. Which I think he would have been able to adjust to. But I think just both sides would have had to change their play. But the disrespect to say that nobody could play in either gen, like, no, like that's crazy.
I mean, I feel like he would have adjusted, but he was so physical and good around that elbow and down low, he would have still made an impact today. I also felt like, and it's unrelated, but kind of similar, Magic Johnson spoke out about Anthony Edwards' comment and was just like, you haven't won a championship on any level of basketball. I don't need to respond to you. And that was kind of the harshest comment Magic has ever made. So that could kind of show it bothered him a little bit, because he's a part of that Jordan era where potentially there was no skill.
See, I didn't even hear about that.
I mean, to piggyback on what's up, fellas, again. To piggyback on what Ace was saying, I feel like it's disrespectful for Anthony Edwards to say something like that, because prior to him making that comment about players having skill besides MJ, he then went on to say before that I didn't really watch that era that much. So if you didn't really watch the era that much, you don't have much information on the era, then don't make the comment saying that there's no skill. Because of Magic Johnson, plays like Magic Johnson is the reason why you have LaMelo Balls in the league now.
LeBron,
even though he got hurt, even though he's hurt now, but when he first came in, Ben Simmons, big 6'6" and up shooting point guards who can do almost everything on the court. That's because of Magic. Magic helped change the game in that aspect. MJ helped change the game from an off-court and on-court standpoint. Small guards like Tiny Archibald and things of that nature, they changed the game. So to say that there was no skill back then is not true. The crossover, Tim Hardaway. People forget about Tim Hardaway. It's different examples I'm trying to give, but I disagree with KG also. What saying players now couldn't play 20 years ago. I think that's incorrect.
Let me ask you guys this, and y'all open to go. It's not whoever wants to talk to mention it, but do y'all feel like this is like arrogance coming from Anthony Edwards? Because we've seen signs of this, before, and game wise, where he's able to talk trash and back it up. But do you think it's arrogance, and like, do y'all think that is something that's a part of his like lifestyle and game that's going to be able to take him like real far in this league? Like, how far do y'all think he's going to get like acting this way?
I I would say my fault. I'll just go. I want to say more ignorance than arrogance, only because if you didn't even watch it, if you don't know about it, he still has time to be like, you know what, I issue an apology. I go that. However, I feel like part of his attitude is saying what comes to mind. It's a difference between what comes to mind and just flat out being disrespectful. Because before, like even him with KD, he was like, "Hey, this is my favorite player, but you suck. Like I'm trying to come at you. I'm guarding Kyrie Irving. That's the matchup I want." Like saying what comes to mind, and he's been proven wrong. So it's kind of given that competitive edge we've been missing again because at one point people were getting friends. However, I feel like his attitude isn't as bad, but since he still has the skills, his career can still go longer. But at one point, he's going to have to really shape up. I'm not saying he can't challenge that error. I'm not saying he can't go against it. It's just about how you do it. If he would have said, you know what, this USA team, we're smoking the dream team, and this is why, it wouldn't be as arrogant. It would be like, all right, he's backing his team, he's confident. It'll be a
But
slight.
you know what scares me in that sense, Ace, is that there's really nobody in today's league to combat like what he's saying. There's nobody really in this league to check him. It would be
except John Morant.
Well, when you say check him isn't like how he's wrong for that era, or check him.
not physically, but to basically to match like his ignorance, as we may say, and his play on the court.
I don't think
Like-
he's being ignorant. I just think he's just young. He don't
Like
know
you put Anthony Edwards back in the early 2000s, and he makes a comment like that. You have a lot of guys that you're gonna really show. They're really gonna
So what
show.
you're saying? They need vet. He needs vet presence.
Yeah, are you saying check him as if check his knowledge wise,
Like,
not physical? Check
The
him
do
like
and don't, basically.
Not necessarily. I just felt like the game back then was a lot different to where, like, you know, if you like when people open their mouth like that, you kind of got people got in your ass on the court.
They're gonna cook you on the court, right? I feel like
I wouldn't even say some of them will cook you. I think some of them would just do them hard files. Like you got the Charles Oakleys of the world.
You know, I mean, you put KG in today's league, KG's gonna have something to say on the court.
Yeah,
when
but
they
see,
play each other.
KG is one of the only people to play Jordan's Bulls and then play Steph Curry's winning Warriors. After that is LeBron got in 2003. He knows what Kobe, Jordan just left. Like the era shifted to where people now are going to defend Dwayne Wade and Iverson because they kind of seen them play. LeBron outlasted the whole 2010 draft class. So then even those people who's supposed to take over from LeBron now is just like, they're not checking that. If you disrespect Kobe, there's still people who check that. That's now when we say when I say transition, I'm not saying it discredits what Jordan and that era done. It's just is now shifting to we in the 2020s now. 80s and everything is respected, 90s is respected, but then like who's around to really be like, hey, yo, you were wrong for that. The coach or something would have to come in and be like, you're wrong for that and everything.
I think it's more closed door stuff now than it is then because of the social media aspect. I think once the comments was made and to see how all the aftermath from his comments came, I'm pretty sure someone in his circle within the team or whoever spoke to him and just gave him advice on how to go about and approach it and things like that with questions like that. Because he just left it as, like he said before he made the comment, I didn't really watch much of that era, so I can't really say this, then he would have been fine. I think him being young, he got into his own way and then he made that comment.
Who's one player on that team who could have, like, you know, hey,
bring him back?
Michael Conley.
Michael Conley could probably talk to him.
Because I know it ain't Rudy.
I don't feel like Cat could. I don't feel like Cat could talk to him.
Cat wouldn't talk.
He listens to Cat. He listens to Cat based on that.
Cat's not really credible enough to be like, yo, you checking me? Like if Michael Conley came to me.
Why isn't he?
What has he done as far as leadership wise, on the court, off the court? He has stats, but what has he done to be like, all right, you've been.
I mean, what does he need to do in order to be able to check him? Because what has Michael Conley done?
I only say Michael Conley because he's a veteran. I don't think
he's been
Cat
there.
is a veteran.
So is Cat not a vet at this point?
He is, but when did he come? 2010.
Semi-vet.
There's no semi-vet. It's either you a vet or you not.
Mike Conley is
are all vets good? Are all vets respectable? Are all vets leaders?
I mean, look at Nick Collison. He was a vet that barely played. He was respectable, and people listen to him.
Yeah, but when did Cat come in the league? Wasn't it like 2010, 11?
I'll let you know in 1 second. But he's been in the league for probably like 8-9 years. if I'm
I
not
just
mistaken.
to
the youngest.
just to go off of like what Ace said. I mean, Michael
2016.
Conley.
So he's been in the league 8
Yeah,
years.
so
So he's a
Michael
vet.
Conley would, in this certain situation, I would only listen to somebody like Michael Conley because he's been there.
Michael Conley was a part of like one of those great point guard eras when the Memphis Grizzlies was really battling. It was Spurs, Lakers, Grizzlies. It was like a lot of teams, and he was like one of the cornerstones of the franchise. Like somebody who's been at a good level, great level, and I would respect Michael Conley more than Cat. Cat has come out and had comments where you just look at him, his game hasn't really improved as much or reflected. I don't remember him being in top of any type of role positions. Like, yeah, you name him, but it's like, all right, we always question his physicality, we question his leadership, we question his. I mean, he's improved slightly, but not to how much he could have. So the level of potential.
Cat has always been one of the top power forwards since probably his 4th season.
Are you sure about
Especially shooting. He's been one of the top power forwards, yeah.
in his shooting? So what is that? 4
And
seasons?
he's one of the best shooting bigs in the league.
That'll be
But-
2020 then? We count
Probably
2020?
around like 2020. But what I'm saying is, yes, I agree. Conley has been in these battles and he's battle tested. And
Yeah, Michael Conley is also not that type of guy either. I think he definitely like have conversations with him and stuff like that. But at the same time, I mean, I'm not really mad at Anthony Edwards. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. I mean, can't nobody take you away from your opinion. So I don't agree with it. But what's up, Mike? How you doing, man?
I'm chilling. What's up with y'all?
I
Ain't
can't
no.
let go Anthony Towns' comment.
what up,
go.
Mike?
What's going on, Mike?
I'm just saying. I'm not saying he can't listen. He only can listen to Mike Conley. I'm just saying at this point, I feel like he can listen to Cat, and because Cat has been in the league.
2020 was a year for some power forwards too. And I was about to name people.
I'm just saying. I ain't saying he was top 5. I'm saying he's one of the top power forwards. But I feel like at this point, yeah, he can definitely listen to Cat. Now, is he gonna listen to him more than Conley? Probably not, depending on the conversation. But to just completely like gloss over him, like how it seemed like it was in Memphis when Steven Adams was there. I don't see that
My
happen.
last point, only because Karl Anthony Towns is one of those young players we've seen who we've hoped to have a better ceiling. Not saying that he can't keep going, but that team when it was him, Andrew Wiggins, Jimmy Butler was a vet, a respectable vet, got there and said, these guys don't want to win. They don't have it. Pushed them to be better, and they didn't answer the call. So that's one of the reasons why I feel like, yeah, he's a vet, but as far as like listening, I'm going to Conley. Now he could bridge the gap between Conley and Edwards. He probably like, hey, listen, you know what, bro? I got 8 years in, and I've been trash at this. Maybe let's listen to Conley do like he could do that and bridge the gap. But he can't go tell Anthony Edwards about how.
I agree with you, but I think that's what also can help him be one of those voices too, is because of that situation you mentioned with him and Butler, him learning from that situation and how to go about it. Because he was young-minded, he probably went about certain things that we don't know about behind closed doors that he can give Ant advice on not to do and stuff like that. But no, I still agree with you guys. I think Conley would be probably the go-to person he can go. Even Coach Finch, his coach is another person he can talk to. Coach Finch has been around. He had dealt with some good teams.
Mike don't fuck with Finchy.
He don't.
Real quick before we move on, fellas, Mike, did you hear about?
I did before the playoffs.
Did you hear, Mike, about what KG stated? I mean, what Anthony Edwards stated about players from 20 years ago not being able to play in this league today?
No, what did he say?
Basically, he said that no players 20 years ago in like the early 2000s would be able to play in this generation. And then KG said the same thing. No player in today's league will be able to play 20 years ago.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with KG on that one.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I agree with both sides. I disagree with both sides at the same time. Let us know what y'all feel like in the comments about that situation.
I just
But
feel like for KG to say no one could play 20 years ago and LeBron played 20 years ago, literally is kind of funny.
But I think he's excluding LeBron because
Okay,
he's
then
talking
I
about like the current.
that's why I said I feel like there was emotions involved because I'm like, KG meant that, but he didn't really mean that because he knows.
If you sit in list, we could probably name 5. And I'd
Yeah.
You know, LeBron's an outlier because
LeBron, Giannis, Jokic.
I would even count LeBron in that because, like I said, LeBron was drafted in 03. So.
I still got Kyrie.
What players that could play back then?
20 years ago,
20 years ago, early 2000s.
Wouldn't count.
Giannis.
I say Kyrie. I say Edwards could play 20 years ago.
Jokic.
He would have to improve some of his skills. That was another thing I was going to say. He mentioned that there's no players that had skill back then, but some of the players that was elite at back then, like a Clyde Drexler, had a lot more.
No. 20 years ago would be like 2004, wouldn't it not?
Yeah, but I was just going back to the edge part too, because
I think players like Sabonis,
Shea
Brown, Shea would have been pretty good back then. I think Luka would have been getting tossed around, in my opinion.
Luka could definitely play back.
If Steve Nash could survive 20 years ago, then I have faith in Luka. So
Steve Nash was different. I think that's another person I can't wait to get to this list because Steve Nash is so underrated. I feel like.
Speaking of this list, Musa,
Let's get to it. That's a perfect way to dive right into what we got.
What are we starting with? Position
top 10 all time.
I would still point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center from 1 to 5. That sounds good to me.
Well, go ahead, Ace. Since you got the thing going, go ahead. You can start it off.
I'm gonna set up the spreadsheet.
What you got for your point guards?
Grade A podcast in America. I just want y'all to know and look back at our viewership of how Musa somehow always dodges his turn to go on a list, and he wants to be the anchor, right? But I don't mind going first. I don't mind
dodging. I'm just.
How do y'all
say your list? You always got to try to throw a jab at somebody and miss. It's all right.
I didn't miss. However,
how do y'all want to do this? Do y'all want to do this 1 through 10 each person, or everybody call all their 1s, 2s, 3s, and so on?
I'll prefer 1 through 10.
All right, cool.
I'm speaking for myself.
Well, do you want me to? I can go with my list now. How you going to off the dribble?
Go ahead, Ace. Start us off.
I'm starting with my point guard position. Go ahead and get that out the way. Now, my point guard position isn't in order, America. You could throw judgments later. That's fine. Send the comments to me, not Peso or Musa. Right now, point guards going off the dribble. Steph Curry, Magic Johnson, Isaiah.
Hold on, Ace, not to cut you off, just so everyone watching understands.
Cut me off.
I'm trying to help because I want people coming at you. When you made your list, what was your cutoff as far as like the errors?
Well, honestly, me personally, my era cutoff was like 80-ish. I don't even want to say that. I went to impact of era, impact up to today, and highlights that I've seen. Certain games I didn't live through, but I've watched certain highlights to have an idea of this happened. Like, for example, Magic Johnson is in my top point guards. LeBron wouldn't be who he was today without Magic Johnson. And first of all, a tall point guard, the stylish pass, the no-look pass, things like that today. So that's how my list was constructed, honestly.
I just want to make sure everyone watching understands. So you
all right, so I'm going to go back to the start of my list. Steph Curry, Magic Johnson, Isaiah Thomas. The Pistons, Isaiah Thomas. Let me just clarify that.
You got him at 3?
Well, I got him on my list. I didn't rank it, but, this is my top influential point guards. Rajon Rondo. I was a Rondo fan. He, as far as assists, he could really impact the game without scoring as much. Knew where all his players was on the court. He has a ring with each of the historic franchises, being Lakers and Celtics.
I got a question, sir.
Hold on, let me finish this list. Hold on, let me get through the list. Hold on.
Real quick, are you only a Rondo fan because he won with the Lakers?
I was a Rondo fan with the Celtics.
Interesting.
Have to clear that up.
Interesting.
To clear it up, how they gave credit to the big three, but honestly, Phil Jackson in the finals after the losing always said big four. Rajon Rondo came into the league understanding the assignments, understanding the positions of knowing where players are supposed to be.
By the way, I'm typing this out based on how you're telling.
Got you. Next on my list, I have Chris Paul. I have Chris Paul as far as a traditional point guard. I have Steve Nash on there. I was biased about that. I can get to that later. I just want to get to my list. Allen Iverson, drafted as point guard. Scoring matters. Everybody talks about shooting guard. However, scoring matters. He was one of the point guards we saw scoring, and I think they tried to force him into that shooting guard. However, I have him under my point guard. Kyrie Irving, that's my boy. I'm rolling with him. Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd evolved from that Magic Johnson. Did good rebounding with his stint with the Nets, his passes, and his scoring. And then last, Russell Westbrook. Honestly, I was disrespectful. I had him off my list, but he did average a triple-double, which Musa reminds me. My honorable mention was going to be Tony Parker, but I'll leave it at that. I don't know if we were supposed to do honorable mentions, but I'll stop at my point guards and go from there.
And this is
Just
this
reminding
is
everybody, his cutoff was the 80s.
Yeah,
Because
this
if it wasn't,
your top 10.
yeah. Because if it wasn't, when you talk about triple doubles, you got to have Oscar Robinson.
Oscar Robertson, yeah, Oscar Robertson. But then at the
This
same,
NBA show's top 10. This is Ace's top 10.
this is Ace top
Right.
10. You know what? I feel like Russell Westbrook's triple double for 4 seasons was more impressive than Oscar Robertson's due to the level of competition, height differences, and things like that. But I appreciate that clarification, Lucy. So this is just my point guard. I figured everybody go by position, and then we'll go off of that.
Interesting. I like your list.
I guess I'll go since Ace can't wait any longer.
Ooh.
So my point guard list, some things I took. In fact, I'm doing all time, so that means 60s and 70s are included.
Is this in
order? Yeah, mine's is in order. How dominant you was in your era, your individual success in your era, in the time you played, and of course, I'm gonna value your team success. So number 1 for me, I had Magic Johnson. Number 2 is Steph, and after that, with 3 to 5, you can alternate however you want. I was being a little bit more biased, so I had Zeke at 3 also. I have Isaiah Thomas at 3. I had John Stockton 4. And for 5, I had, because I don't list him as a shooting guard, I put him at point guard. I have Jerry West at 5, the logo himself. So that will be my top 5 for the PGs. Now 6, I have Oscar Robinson. 7, I have Jason Kidd. 8, I have CP3. 9, I have Steve Nash. And my last one was Bob Cousy at 10. I swapped out Russell and put Bob Cousy there for the 10th spot. Russ, I put into my honorable mention. As well as Gary Payton and Pistol Pete. They're also my honorable mentions.
No Iverson, huh?
Iverson, I don't consider Iverson a shooting point guard. I have him as shooting guard.
This is Moose's top 10, not the Grade A show. So leave a comment down below how you feel about Moose's top 10. All right. T-Top, go ahead, man.
Man, I ordered this list, and this is just, I would say 90s, 1990 and later, just because I don't know anything before that. I'm not going to pretend like I do. But number 1, I have Steph Curry, just the greatest point guard and shooter of all time. Magic Johnson comes in, close second. I have the assist leader all time, John Stockton, number 3. Just because I feel like for a point guard, you got to know how to pass the ball, and I mean, if you're leading the league in league history in assists, you deserve to be top 3. After that, we're gonna go Isaiah Thomas, the Pistons' Isaiah Thomas, just because of his role back then.
Let it be known.
And then Oscar Robertson is my fifth person there, just because of all his triple doubles and his success. Then we have 6, Steve Nash. I just like Steve Nash, the way he handled the ball and controlled pace of the game. 2-time MVP. Got to have him at 6, and then followed with Iverson at 7, just because he was a culture changer, and damn near brought the Phillies to the finals against the Lakers. 8 is Russell Westbrook. Got to respect him for all his triple doubles. And then this is kind of like a personal thing for me, Kyrie. best handles in league history, in my opinion. Just a showstopper. And then 10 is Luka, because I think we are witnessing.
Oh fucking Lord!
We are witnessing history, and then people will see it.
Oh,
You won't agree with me now, but in like 5 years, maybe 10 years, we're gonna consider Luka as top 10 point guard in the league history. So that's my top 10. Honorable mention, I give it to J Kidd and CP3.
My fault. I thought I was muted when I said that. Ooh, I can't wait till we get through everyone's list so we can debunk some of these.
No, you were not muted, you asshole.
Yeah, I know. I was sitting there on the spreadsheet typing it. Matter of fact, I might just put the spreadsheet up so everyone can see it.
But we are witnessing history, so Luka's 10.
History by losing in the finals? No MVPs? That we gonna say it.
This is his list.
Mike, are you ready, or would you like me to go?
Can he hear you?
I was gonna say I got top 5 as long as you're cool with that.
All right, go ahead. You give it to us.
This is just mine personally. I got Baron Davis, Steve
Oh,
Nash, Derek Fisher,
whoa,
Allen Iverson, and Jason Kidd.
Oh, Mike, you threw me for a loop.
Hold on. You said Baron Davis. Shut up, Baron Davis.
Yes.
Who else?
Steve Nash.
Steve Nash. Okay.
Derek Fisher, Allen Iverson, Jason Kidd,
Wait,
and Steph Curry. Those are my personal 5 favorite.
Who's after Derek Fisher?
Mike, you trolling?
Nah, I'm dead serious. That's just mine personally. Why I enjoyed watching. After Derek Fisher, I got AI, Jason Kidd, and Steph Curry.
Everybody watching the channel right now, one thing I appreciate about Mike, man, he's true to his opinion. And can't nobody stir him no different way. It don't matter about the stats. It don't matter about how it look. Mike gonna pick who Mike like.
I respect all everyone's list.
I enjoyed watching.
When we doing these all time lists, though, we gotta be
pace
objective.
Let's hear it, man.
Mike, you just threw me for a loop with Baron Davis. I ain't expect
Baron Davis was tough. He ain't in all time.
I mean, he was tough, but to be calling him out number 1, that was just unexpected.
I'm just going off of who I watched.
Hey, man, shout out to him. So for one, I got Stephen Curry, of course. Well, I'm basing my top 10. They're all going to be in order, and I'm doing it based off of team success, individual success, and individual impact on the game. I have Stephen Curry number 1 over Magic just because I felt like Stephen Curry impacted the game in his era a lot more. I got Magic at 2.
Yep, Magic at 2.
Jerry West at 3. Bob Cousy came at 4 for me just because he got 6 rings and 12 All-Star appearances. I mean, that, and
that MVP.
Yeah, so Oscar Robertson came for me at 5. I put Walt Frazier in there. He had 2 rings, 7 All-Star appearances. John Stockton, of course, off of what T-Top said, being a NBA's assist leader. Isaiah Thomas I had at 8. For 9, I had Rajon Rondo, of course. And then for 10 to finish off, I had Russell Westbrook. And my honorable mentions would be CP3 and Gary Payton.
Gotcha. I'll go over shooting guards. I'll just go ahead and pick up from there.
But shooting guards, let's debunk guards first. There's a lot to debunk.
You said let's what?
There's a lot to debunk. I'm gonna start with Peso. You got Rondo over CP3 all time.
I mean, he won rings all time, so that's it for me. For me,
talk to that man.
He's not better than CP3. But
I think
Ace. He won rings. I'm not disputing the rings. I can't be mad at the ring part. But when I'm not gonna disrespect individuals.
What makes CP3 better than Rajon Rondo right now?
He's a better scorer, better playmaker.
He's a better shooter.
He's a better scorer. Shooting and scoring. Is it not?
Besides
Rondo can't shoot.
Rajon lays the ball up. He dunks it. He does everything. He just doesn't shoot.
Rondo's not a better finisher at the rim than him.
You said what?
Rondo's not a better finisher at the rim than Chris Paul.
Are you sure about that?
I could argue. I would argue.
You can argue it. You can make an argument, but
I would definitely argue against that.
If Chris Paul
scoring, he clears him.
Why hasn't he gone over the top? Rajon Rondo has that killer mentality, especially in the playoffs. Playoff Rondo.
This is nasty.
So let me get back to my list, man. I don't have time for this foolishness.
Because why has he gone over the top? I'm sorry, he didn't play with Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, and Paul Pierce.
He played with Blake Griffin. He played with one of the best teams.
Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin, Kevin Garnett. Who would you rather have?
You know, it's funny, Peso.
I mean, his Kevin Garnett was David West. Then they was pretty a nice tandem.
Hey, Peso, don't do that, bro. That is so.
You know, it's funny because Musa likes to talk about how Kevin Garnett was old when it benefits him. Now it's Kevin Garnett.
When did I say KG was old? I want to make sure you clarify my comment.
You said it in past arguments. However,
yes, when they were playing against the Miami Heat.
We'll do a
the fact
on Rondo
the fact that Rondo as a rookie went out there and facilitated that team to win a championship the second year.
He was the fourth up, bro. Come on. He never was in a position where he had to carry a team like Chris
Paul never had a good team, is what you're saying?
I never said that. What I'm saying is Rondo never had to be in a position where he had to carry a team and was in the top 5 conversation for MVP multiple times, like Chris Paul was.
Hey, at the end of the day, 2 rings mean more than none to me. So
yes, and that's the team success. That's what I say. I won't argue the ring part because that's the team success. When you look at the individual success and what they've done, it's not even close.
So Chris Paul being a better scorer couldn't help his team be more successful? Is that what you're saying right now?
Yeah, because he was a number 1 option, unlike Rondo, who never was a number 1 option. When has Rondo did anything Chris Paul has done when he was a number 1 option? I'll wait.
Let me get back to my list, sir. We'll do with that later.
Speaking of your list, too, I was looking at you have Rondo over Nash. That's another thing I was looking at.
Well, I said that mine wasn't in order. It's just in my top 10, which is influential. And I've said that on the camera. So
T-Top.
Did I not?
T-Top got Luka up there. Is crazy.
You said that. Say it again. Luka
in the top 10 all time already is crazy.
Criticize that. Can I get to this list, please? Or
criticize my list. That's what we here for.
He wants to review the point guard. Can we review all positions after?
Yeah, we can
do that.
We can do that. Yeah. Let's go ahead, Ace.
Well, if you don't mind, sir.
Go ahead, Ace. Go ahead.
Is the shooting guards in order at least?
Nope.
I need something. I need something in order from you.
Fine. The shooting guards, the first couple is in order, and then after that, you just trickles in.
So, everybody watching, we're doing a top 10 for each position all time.
I wasn't told in order. I just told my 10. But shooting guards, relevancy, it comes off the dome in order. So Michael Jordan, no one's going to argue that. Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade, Ray Allen, Reggie Miller, James Harden, Manu Ginobili, Tracy McGrady, Vince Carter.
Hold on. So I'm trying to get all. You said Ray Allen at 4. Who was after Ray Allen?
Reggie Miller, James Harden, Klay Thompson, Manu Ginobili, Tracy McGrady, Vince Carter.
Klay.
Well, does anybody else have any comments while the secretary is writing down the list?
I ain't no damn secretary.
Well,
I'm just not afraid to criticize the list. Y'all don't want y'all to be afraid to criticize mine either.
Well, for the sake of time, I was trying to get through my top 5 positions before,
Let me make sure I got all 10. MJ, Kobe, Wade, Ray Allen, Reggie, Harden, Klay, T-Mac, Vince Carter.
Yeah. That was in order.
Oh, I'm missing one.
Order?
You said you're missing one.
Yeah, I got 9.
That's an order?
Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade, Ray Allen, Reggie Miller, James Harden, Tracy McGrady, Klay Thompson, Manu Ginobili, Vince Carter.
That's what I'm missing. I was missing Manu.
Anybody have any questions, comments, or concerns about my shit?
We're gonna say what everyone does their list.
Bet.
Musa, go ahead, man.
1 second. Just making some edits. I have to fix something. All right. Let me switch over to my list. Shooting guards. I got MJ, Kobe, D Wade, James Harden, AI, George Gervin, Clyde Drexler, Klay Thompson, Joe Dumars, and Reggie Miller.
Damn.
Whoa.
Who did that?
I was about to say, I don't know who did that.
I know
Like
who did
that,
it.
the ops around. The
I was
fuck?
like, can I get that from my list out?
I like that list. Shots
Wow.
fired. Say that one more time again, Musa.
I got Michael Jordan at 1, Kobe's 2, D Wade is 3, James Harden 4, AI's 5, George the Iceman Gervin is 6. I got Clyde Drexler 7, Klay Thompson is 8, Joe Dumars, Bad Boy Pistons is at 9, and I got Reggie Miller at 10. Honorable mention was T-Mac, Manu, and Vince Carter. I wanted to put Vince in my top 10, but I thought he underachieved.
That's not bad. That's not bad. Who's next? T-Top.
I'll go. All right. Yeah. So we're just gonna hit off Michael Jordan 1. And this is in order. Kobe is 2. Dwayne Wade is 3. I have Clay over Ray. Clay is 4 for me, and Ray is 5. I kind of just achievements. Yeah. 6, Reggie Miller. This is gonna be I know this is gonna cause some riffraff, but I have Jaylen Brown. Top 10 shooting guard. Where are these songs coming from?
I like the soundboard, the new soundboard. It's a good addition.
Peso think he's slick, boy.
We got
JB.
JB 7, T-Mac 8, James Harden 9, and then Ginobili 10.
Good list. JB making that list.
Jaylen Brown.
Sometimes I'll be a little confused to you where you at. Like you so honed in on Luka, and we got JB in the top 10 all time.
Maybe it's a recency bias, but
maybe
hey, listen, they deserve it. They deserve it.
Man. Mike, what you got? Top 5. You got a top 10 for this, or what you got?
I got top 5s for all of them. As I said, these are based on. I got all top 5s, and these are based on who I enjoyed watching the most. So at shooting guard, I got Kobe Bryant, Ray Allen, Tracy McGrady, Dwayne Wade, and Manu Ginobili.
Might be going fast as hell. Kobe, Ray Allen.
You see why he went fast, because he ain't say Jordan.
It's his
Well,
list.
I didn't watch him. That's why I'm going off players that I enjoyed watching.
Mike, so you ain't see no highlights of Jordan, no nothing.
Well, I have, but I'm talking about live in game where I'm not.
Damn, we lost
expecting something. I'm watching the game and I'm like, wow, that really blows me away.
So you got Kobe 1, Ray Allen 2. Who else?
T-Mac, Dwayne Wade, and Manu.
T-Mac, Wade, and Manu Ginobili. I'm surprised you have Vince Carter on that list.
And so you got to keep in mind, I only saw him towards the end. Really, I didn't get to see him when he was doing his thing.
UC, New Jersey, Toronto. I could dig it.
You ready?
Mike's gonna make you lose followers, not putting MJ on the list.
I bring all the
he provided
as I said, I'm clarifying. It's off of who I watched.
He provided context.
As long as they know where it came from, it didn't come from the Grade A show. It came from Mike himself.
All right, Pusa.
Wow.
Peso. Let's go. I was trying to say my name and Peso because I was trying to do the list.
See,
Go ahead.
I should have hit the board for that one.
I thought you were gonna be ready. You supposed to be ready, host.
I got MJ. MJ for number 1. Kobe, of course, for number 2. Rest in peace. D Wade at number 3. I had AI for number 4. I considered him a shooting guard. Ray Allen at 5. I had Reggie Miller at 6. Klay Thompson at 7. Clyde Drexler will run ring, 10 All-Star appearances. I had him for 8. I love me some Dennis Johnson. I had him at 9. And Joe Dumars to finish off at 10.
Dennis Johnson is very underrated.
Knowing
his story, he wasn't even going to play basketball. It's crazy.
I watched a lot of highlights of him back then, but just being a Celtics fan too, he was a good player. I wish I was around to watch him like live and stuff, but he was pretty good. Where we at now, fellas? Small forwards.
Small forwards. I'll do the honors again, man.
Oh shit! There we go.
You let me to go first this time.
You know, if you insist, Musa, go ahead. Let me see what a grade A list sound like.
I think the top 5 for me is probably the easiest to do. I got LeBron 1, Bird 2, KD at 3, Dr. J at 4, Scottie Pippen's at 5, John Havlicek, Hondo's at 6. I got Kawhi at 7, Rick Barry at 8. Do your homework on Rick Barry. Do your homework. Elgin Baylor at 9. I got Paul Pierce at 10. I took Melo off for Elgin.
Well, going my list.
I mean, I definitely heard about Rick Barry. I just ain't have time to look him up.
1975 Finals MVP.
1975. Musa.
I'm afraid that I'm not even gonna be able to see the clear. It ain't gonna be.
It's in the mid 70s. Y'all need to stop.
1080 pixels.
Well, you clearly have an old soul. My list: LeBron James, Larry Bird, Kevin Durant, Scottie Pippen, Carmelo Anthony, Kawhi Leonard, Grant Hill. Grant Hill is cold. Dominique Wilkins, Dr. J.
Oh, I'll get your list again later.
I'll send it to you. I'll forward it to you.
You know about John Havlicek?
Hey, so don't do that because you clearly didn't know who the hell Rick Barry was.
I'm talking about a player that played for my team, so I don't give a damn about Rick Barry.
Rick Barry, Rookie of the Year, 12-time All-Star scoring champ, NBA champ, Finals MVP, 4th All-NBA. I'm sorry.
Well, he's reading off the stats.
25.
Well,
that's when I did my homework before I did my list.
I did my homework.
That's why you don't know it. Yeah, 25, 7, and 5. It's okay. Do yours. That's why you're saying in order.
Miss Grade A, I did my homework. Can you collect the homework, please?
Yeah.
T-Top.
You know who no ball.
All right. We got LeBron 1, Larry Bird 2. I got Scottie Pippen. I got to put him 3 for his success. Dr. J 4. Easy Money Sniper KD is number 5. We got Kawhi 6. I got my boy Paul Pierce 7. And then I have Tatum 8.
I knew it was coming.
I have Tatum 8. And then I got Melo 9. And I can't leave PG off my top 10. PG for 10.
Thank you. I'm like, where the sound effects at? Like, come on, Ace. Where all that shit you was talking now? I want to hear that same energy for T-Top. We got JT in his top 10.
When Jaylen Brown made the list,
I did made him win. Go ahead, get on his ass. He got JT in the top 10.
Look at Randall over here telling on people. I'm gonna get to him too, Musa. All right.
Yeah, nah, motherfucker. Keep the same energy. Keep the same energy.
What small forward deserved to be there?
Over Jason Tatum all time? Yeah. Are we serious?
Yeah,
Paul George. At least Tatum won. Paul George.
Neither of them should be on the all-time list. That's my point.
Why not? I mean, like, what small forwards do? Who you putting over there? Over Tatum?
Rick Barry.
Rick Barry.
I don't even know Rick Barry, so I gotta know why.
Clearly,
you're gonna have to tell me why.
I went over John Havlicek. How about that?
John Havlicek the second. Do you hear me?
I don't know him either.
Mike, what's your top 5?
Okay, once again, this is off most enjoyment. That's why this guy's number 2 and not number 1, because he caused me pain. Number 1's Paul Pierce. Number 2's LeBron James. 3, Carmelo Anthony. 4, Sean Marion. And 5, Jimmy Butler.
Sean Marion. Sean Marion
is a name, boy.
Like I'm in the Matrix right now.
Mike, real quick, top of your head, freestyle. Mike, Sean Marion or Caron Butler?
No, I'm taking Sean Marion.
Got you. I just wanted to make sure. All right.
That's actually one-on-one. We might have to add that later. Musa, you ready for me?
Yeah, go ahead.
I got LeBron James, Larry Bird, Kevin Durant at 3, John Havlicek at 4, Scottie Pippen at 5, Julius Erving at 6, Elgin Baylor at 7, Dominique Wilkins at 8, Kawhi Leonard at 9, and Paul Pierce at 10.
Okay. No Jason Tatum?
Nah.
There's nothing wrong with Tatum being top 10.
Tatum and Pierce both got 1 ring. Both Celtics. You know, we can talk about that later.
Mm-mm.
All right. Power forwards. Now, I want to say this too. I realize how I had Allen Iverson for point guards. Y'all had him for shooting guards. I had Dominique Wilkins for shooting guard, no, small forward. It's all been interchangeable and everything like that. I feel like certain positions later on gets interchangeable, but I'll get to that at the end of all of my list to talk about it. But right now, power forwards getting into it. I have Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Dirk Nowitzki, Karl Malone, Charles Barkley, Greek Freak, LaMarcus Aldridge.
This is not in order.
This is not in order. Well, I'm trying to make it in order. Well, no, it's not in order because I already messed up. LaMarcus Aldridge, Blake Griffin, Dennis Rodman, Pau Gasol.
Pau Gasol. I actually forgot about him. Good. That was. Hold up. My bad.
Can't forget Powell.
He was my honorable mention.
I gotta hear this list.
T-Top or Musa, you want to go next?
Hold on, let T-Top go. I'm trying to fix this list real quick. My bad, y'all.
T-Top, go ahead.
Are you even ready for my list? All right.
No, that's why I put it in the private chat. Just put your list in there once you're done saying it, so I can just track it down.
All right. We got Tim Duncan 1. I got Moses Malone 2. I got Giannis 3. Dennis Rodman comes in 4. I got Chris Bosh 5. And then Pau Gasol 6. KG is 7. Dirk Nowitzki is 8. Charles Barkley is 9, and Karl Malone is 10.
All right.
Mike, what you got? Power forwards.
Right. So I put Tim Duncan as a center, just to clarify. For my list, I got KG number 1, Pau Gasol number 2, Chris Bosh number 3, Blake Griffin number 4, and Dirk Nowitzki 5th.
Yeah, Blake Griffin.
I as well have Blake Griffin, but I enjoyed watching.
Yeah, out of personal enjoyment, he had a lot of nice dunks.
He jumped over a Kia.
Jumped over the hood.
That's high energy.
Musa, you ready?
I'm ready to do my list. All right, power forwards. I got Tim Duncan 1, 32 in Utah, number 2. KG.
No. Can we get a name, please? 32 in Utah.
I'm not saying that man's name. If you know, you know. Just number 32 in Utah, the power forward from Utah.
All right.
I was gonna say we aren't on that cancel culture shit, man. We can say his name.
You can for the world, Mike. You can say the name. I'm not saying his name.
Karl Malone.
But there you go. Yep, him. I got him at
Mailman.
2. I got KG at 3. I got Dirk at 4. He was one of the only players. Well, no, he ain't the only one. But I got Giannis at 5. Barkley 6. Bob Pettit is 7. Elvin Hayes is 8. Anthony Davis I have at 9. And then my rounding off to my 10 is Kevin McHale.
I figured Kevin McHale would sneak his way to that list.
Musa, can you explain to the panel who Bob Pettit is?
Well, if you would like, sure. Bob Pettit, power forward, obviously. He has an NBA title, 2 MVPs. He was a 10-time All-NBA, also 11 All-Stars, and he's actually the first player in NBA history to reach 20,000 points during his era. So I'll pay my respect and give him a top 10 all-time at his position honors. First player that reached 20,000 points is the.
See, Musa do his homework. I'm about to start having some
research.
I'm about to start having some trivia questions for y'all. Just throw it out there in the fly. You're gonna see where your mind's at. Y'all ready for me? I got Tim Duncan.
Let's hear it.
Charles Barkley. Kevin Garnett at 3. I got Dirk at 4. I got this man. Y'all know who that is. Number 32 in Utah. Dennis Rodman at 6.
Mailman.
Kevin McHale at 7. Elvin Hayes, just off of doing my research, I had put him at 8. Anthony Davis I had at 9, and Giannis I had finishing out at 10.
Forgot
AD over Giannis.
Forgot
You said
AD.
AD over Giannis?
Yeah, I wish I could have done that. But
Yeah. Just because that spurt that we got in New Orleans, even without the rings.
you think that peak AD is better than peak Giannis? This is for the
Yeah.
bro.
I think, I think so. I mean, the man was damn near averaging like 18 rebounds a game.
Anthony Davis in his peak.
In New Orleans,
Yeah, 18 rebounds.
not exactly, but he was definitely getting close to 15. A couple games he had about 20 rebounds. Even that year he played with DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite years to watch him.
Forgot AD.
The most he averaged is actually this last season. He averaged, if you round up, 13. In New Orleans, the most he had was 12. Yeah, I ain't mad at him. If you want to go peak for peak, I wouldn't be mad at that because he can shoot the ball.
I mean, what would we consider peak Giannis that 2021 year?
2021, was that the year they lost to Toronto? No, that was 2019.
No, that's
Nah,
when they won.
That's
That's
when
the one when they won the chip against Phoenix.
Because I think before that we didn't really get.
I would say I would consider that 2022 season. 2021, I'm leaning towards the 22 season, but as peak Giannis. But
I mean, then he just averaged 30 and like
yeah, he
11
definitely did on 60% from the field.
60% from the field. I feel like this is prime Giannis right now.
Yeah, he's
even
been
peak, yeah.
injured, but he's been hurt.
But that's why I'll go back to how I did my list personally was based off of not only the individual success and the individual talent, but the team impact. Like Giannis is he did all that last year. He got hurt a little bit and stuff like that, but the impact that it had on Milwaukee wasn't as much as an impact that AD had on the Lakers. The Lakers really, the Bucks need Giannis, but the Lakers need AD.
I think it's the same though, because the Lakers needed AD to make that run with LeBron, and just as much as the Bucks need Giannis. But yeah, I'll say the 22 season. Yeah, I'll go with that as his peak. He averaged 31, 12, and 6 assists on 57% from the field.
The thing is too is like I don't want to hold on this too much, but I'm not comparing Bobby Portis to anything and nothing like that. But when you have that behind somebody like Giannis, that's a little secure blanket versus. That's
not fair though. Basically,
AD
had Dwight and JaVale McGee that final.
Well, I'm talking about specifically last season. When behind AD, all you're talking about is what's his name, the Hawaiian kid.
Rui Hachimura.
He's a Hawaiian.
Asian kid.
Rui Hachimura. Speaking of centers, I'm gonna just jump right into the. If you don't mind, Peso, whenever you.
And for the audience, Anthony Davis is definitely an honorable mention for my power forwards list. I apologize not putting him on my top 10.
Yeah, I got him at 9. I just didn't want to. I couldn't put him over Giannis.
I guess, but
center's gonna get interesting.
I got Shaquille O'Neal, Dwight Howard. Shaquille O'Neal is alive.
Go ahead, Ace man.
Dwight Howard, who was robbed of being on the top 75 list, robbed. David Robinson, Bill Russell, Akeem Olajuwon, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Wilt Chamberlain, Patrick Ewing, Nikola Jokic, Anthony Davis. Honorable mention for me, Boogie Cousins, and then Joel Embiid. I feel like Boogie Cousins was really starting that triple-double center thing and just attitude and everything.
I think DeMarcus Cousins was Jokic before Jokic got here. I don't think people just wasn't acknowledging it.
But hey, and then even when he played with Joker sat out a game and he picked up the slack at the game ball and picked up the same.
I forgot he was on Denver.
He was on Denver, so I did my homework. That's my list.
Not good enough.
Let's go.
Well, come on, grade A, student A. Let me hear that, Musa. Let's hear
I'm
that.
far from that, but I'll let you tell it. You be the greatest manager in the world.
Not really. Hey, I'm forwarding my list right now for documentation purposes. Okay.
Centers, I got Kareem 1. I got Bill Russell 2, Hakeem at 3, Shaq at 4, Wilt at 5, Moses Malone at 6, David Robinson at 7, Jokic at 8, Patrick Ewing's at 9, and I put him at 10 just because of a bias, but I put Dwight Howard at 10. But I could have went with Bob McAdoo or George Mikan, but I went with Dwight Howard for 10.
Say your 10 again.
I got you. Number 1 is Kareem. I think that's like self-explanatory. Bill Russell's at 2. Hakeem Olajuwon is at 3, the best defensive player to ever play basketball. The most dominant player, Shaq at 4. I have Wilt Chamberlain at 5. I have Moses Malone at 6. David Robinson's at 7. Jokic is at 8. Patrick Ewing's at 9. And Dwight Howard's at 10. I feel like 3, you could swap Shaq and Wilt if you want or whoever, but I just put Hakeem at 3. I think Hakeem doesn't get enough respect for what he did at his position.
T-Top.
Hakeem is 4 on my list. So Shaq is 1, Kareem is 2, Bill Russell is 3, Hakeem is 4, Mr. Wilt Chamberlain is 5, David Robinson is 6, the Joker is 7, Embiid is 8, Dwight Howard is 9, and Rudy Gobert is 10.
Ace.
3-time player of the year.
Bring the smoke.
Musa, he is a Hall of Famer now. 4
Bring
times
the
Defensive
smoke.
Player of the Year.
Olympian.
Who said he was a Hall of Famer?
Y'all, Rudy
I
Gobert
said
Hall of Famer. Why?
if you're gonna quote me correctly. I said he can be a Hall of Famer if they was to win the chip with the 4 DPOIs.
Yo,
4 DPOIs. My fault. Not even 3. Dwight
That's
has
what
3.
I said.
Rudy has 4.
And I said he'd be a first ballot. Bob McAdoo was chips. Okay.
And then honorable mention is Wnba, because we're witnessing history with Wnba too.
y'all give Wnba and Wnba, yes, but that's too early for that.
You got Wnba in the top 10?
Honorable mention. No, honorable mention.
Oh.
Why not Porzingis? He's a center. He just won a championship, right? The Celtic.
He played the 4.
All right.
I'm just trolling Ace.
Las Peso.
Well, the show must go on. Mike, who's your top 5? Oh, there you go. He had to take a moment to reflect on T-Top's list.
Yeah.
Rudy
Gobert.
Right, so
the top 10 is crazy.
So my 5.
Or DPOI.
I had to send myself to the heavens for that one.
Wild.
So
4 DPOIs, he would eventually get in the Hall, but that doesn't mean he's a top 10 player all the time.
Okay, so my top 5 based off personal enjoyment is Tim Duncan, Shaq, Dwight Howard, DeMarcus Cousins, and Ben Wallace.
One more time.
Say that one more time, Mike. One more time.
Oh, my bad. Tim Duncan, Shaq, Dwight Howard, DeMarcus Cousins, and Ben Wallace.
That's probably the best top 5 you didn't gave us out of all them goddamn lists you had today.
I told you, they're out of personal enjoyment, nothing else. I've done a ton of all-time lists before. Everyone knows where I'm at with that, so I just figured I'd switch it up a little bit today. That's all.
I think Clips is trolling with the Bob McAdoo chips thing. Ain't no way in hell someone that averaged 34 and 14 who won the MVP was chips.
Hey, I'm interested to hear Clips' top 10 each position. So
yeah, why is he not in here?
Hey.
That's a great question.
My turn. You ready, Musa?
Yeah, hopefully this spreadsheet working because it's been bugged. I don't know what's going on.
Big shout out to Big Russell. I got him at number 1. Kareem, I got 2. Shaq at 3. I got Wilt at 4. Jokic at 5. Bill Walton at 6. I got Hakeem at 7. Moses Malone at 8. Dwight Howard at 9. And to finish off, I got Patrick Ewing.
I'm surprised you got Hakeem that low.
I really didn't want to, but I mean, I like Bill Walton
Again? Well, you got Bill Walton over Hakeem.
right above him. I think it's interchangeable though.
I think that defensive guy.
I mean, yeah, I can see where you going with that. It's interchangeable, but I think Jokic. I would take Jokic over both of those guys.
Jokic over Hakeem. Nah, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Boy, Bob McAdoo is a bag of Lays. Oh man.
If I was to create a
fine.
If I was to create a starting 5 with for the number 1 on each of my positions, it would be Steph, Jordan, LeBron, Tim Duncan, and Shaq. That's fire. I don't think you could beat that.
To beat that lineup, you said who? Steph. You said Steph, MJ, LeBron, Tim Duncan, and
Tim
Shaq.
Duncan, Shaq. My number 1s in each position.
All right, I'll come at you with Magic Johnson, Kobe, Larry Bird, Dennis Rodman, and Dwight Howard.
If I was to go number 1 at each of my positions, mine's just kind of similar to T-Top. It'll be, but I have Magic 1, MJ's 2, Braun at the 3, Tim's at the 4, and I got Kareem at the 5. But my bench is kind of nasty though, with Steph, Kobe, Bird, 32 in Utah, and Bill Russell.
Oh.
If I'm going in order based on how I have my rankings for each position, that would be the order.
It's fire.
Dennis Rodman, I had that ace for defensive purposes. T-Top came out there with Tim Duncan, so I need somebody to put him on his ass a little bit. Anyways, man, that's the top 10. Moose, are you able to get that spreadsheet up, or you got to put it on hold for now? Because if so,
let's put it on hold because it's
we'll have that
working with me right now.
You know, follow us on social. You see the socials down below: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all that. Jibby. We'll have that stuff up there. Oh shit! Somebody that made it.
Just know this list. Everyone's list will be posted. So if anyone didn't catch everybody's list each position, we'll have it posted on our socials.
What you got to say, man? Because if you here to talk trash and you not on the camera,
I just want to say, fans, friends, and family, thank you for a long, enjoyable season of the Grade A Show.
Boy, always trolling, man. Anyways, man, let's get to this 1v1 list, y'all.
You know that's why he clips his hair. He said just for that 1v1.
I ain't gonna lie. I had a long night last night, and I literally, opened my eyes probably like 15 minutes ago.
Hey, I don't blame you. I didn't go to sleep. I worked last night, and I came here prepared for this show. I haven't slept yet. That's why we got to get through this 1v1 so I can get some rest.
Damn.
As we did last week.
Football to watch.
Dedication.
Yeah, Georgia's right now up 6-0. But as we started last week, we did 1v1, 3 dribbles. I'm going to name 2 players, 1 versus 1. You pick who you think is going to be able to score a bucket in only 3 dribbles. Y'all ready? Okay. First one, T-Mac versus D-Wade.
I got T-Mac.
I'm going to go T-Mac.
Ooh. Yeah.
I'm taking D-Wade.
Yeah, T-Mac is fine. T-Mac.
Who you got, Mike?
I'm taking D-Wade.
I think I'm going D-Wade too on that one. Next, we got Rajon Rondo or Deron Williams.
Deron Williams, hands down. Rondo can't shoot.
Yeah, I'm taking Deron Williams. So dope.
What
And I
about the
chose
Heat?
T Mac because I thought he had more of a jumper than Dwayne.
I'm gonna go
Wade.
Rondo.
I think Rondo because he's gonna stop him defensively. And
I'll go Rondo.
Yo, Darren Williams. Yo, oh my gosh, y'all crazy, bro.
He was a
That
problem.
tween cross. Oh my.
Rondo
Just
was
hack Rondo and put him on the line. He ain't making it.
Yo, what is
And I
Rondo
think he's
gonna
too big for Rondo.
My thing
Too.
is,
That ain't no rule in 1v1, Mike.
yo. And what is Rondo gonna do? He's only
to the
gonna
rim.
try to go downhill. If you sag off of that boy is not shooting.
Rondo could hit a 15-footer.
Once that 3 dribbles up, what's Rondo gonna do?
He
Thank
won't
you.
even need 3
Hit a
dribbles.
floater from 15. What? More than
He
15
won't
feet away.
need 3 dribbles.
Rondo will need 3 dribbles. That's
Against Darren Williams? No, I don't
y'all
think
are
so.
crazy.
Rondo needs
Y'all-
more than 3
what?
dribbles.
I
Darren
think,
Williams is not a good defender.
and that's
He's
why I think
solid. He's solid, but I think because Rondo's hands being so big in the wingspan, I think he could get 1 or 2 dribbles to get to the rim, or just take the floater.
Yo,
But I ain't mad because D Will's a bucket. So
y'all are crazy. Y'all expect a man to not be able to shoot a jump shot with 3 dribbles in a 3 dribble game to win is crazy.
AD or DeMarcus Cousins.
I got
Boogie.
Boogie. He's more aggressive.
I'm gonna take
got Boogie.
I'm gonna take AD in his prime.
this is a
We're talking in primes? Oh, I definitely got Boogie.
You
Boogie
can't
gonna
go
throw
wrong
you.
either way with this one.
Boogie gonna throw an elbow at you. You ain't gonna want to play no
Yeah.
more.
I got Boogie with that.
I think I'm gonna go
That's
AD
true.
because I just think Cousins might try too hard. He only have 3 dribbles, and I feel like he won't get nowhere. He can, but I feel like he won't get nowhere.
You can't go wrong either one. That's actually a good one. I went with Boogie though.
Get ready for this next one.
Is it
Mhm.
the Ron Butler and Marion one?
What you got?
Peyton Pritchard or TJ McConnell.
Oh, I got my boy Peyton Pritchard.
Big PP. No, I'm playing.
I got Peyton Pritchard.
Nah,
I got Peyton Pritchard.
yeah, I'm gonna go Pritchard.
I gotta go with TJ. I think TJ has.
TJ got that
more-
money mid range, that 15, 16.
I think TJ has a deeper
I'm
bag.
going TJ, but only on this. If you get 5 times, he's only going to get 3 out of 2 of them. It's pretty even between the 2 of them.
That's a good one.
That's why I put him down. And knowing what we saw
Man,
here in the match.
man, 3 dribble. All of us right now, I'm winning. No, I'm playing.
I love that series against Indy. Seeing Peyton go against TJ though, that was interesting.
Next we got Devin Booker or Klay Thompson.
Oh, Devin Booker.
Booker.
I'll take Clay.
Booker.
Oh, yeah,
I'll take
Devin
Clay.
Booker.
Devin Booker.
Devin
hands
Booker's
down.
cooking him.
I'm good. I'll take Clay every time.
Clay definitely won't need no 3 dribbles.
Yeah, just 1 shot and up and in. That's all we need.
But I'm gonna go.
I can't remember the last time I seen Clay hit a mid range.
Man,
All right,
Devin Booker is
I'm going.
one of the ultimate scorers ever. Complete scorers. I got D-Book.
Everybody watching, man. We're doing a 1v1 segment, 3 dribbles
Me
to the
versus
basket.
Peso, 3 dribbles. I got me.
I don't think so.
Nah, I'm playing.
He's a dolphin in the water, Peso.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, you know I am, boy.
We not gonna talk about Chet. We not gonna talk about what happened in Jamaica when they had a race in the
Boy.
I should have got that on the vlog. Make sure everybody watching, man. Y'all keep in tune, man. I got a vlog dropping soon.
It was a race between who?
Yeah, everyone watching. Put in the who y'all think won in a race at the beach? Peso or
Who?
Clips? They
Listen.
were swimming.
Listen,
Boy.
Clips won, but you got to understand when you have a gut and you in the water, like your belly just kind of
Yo, that's really
You got a gut too.
Yo,
What the hell?
that's really
You know,
crazy.
just floats your way. You know,
That's
So,
really crazy.
That's
Oh, that's
nasty.
tough. It's all good, man. I was related to, you know what I mean? I was supposed to be Michael Kelps, man, but it's all
and
good.
keep in mind, Clips used to swim. I know how to swim, but Clips is a professional. So
Oh shit! Okay.
y'all know how that goes. Scottie Pippen or Charles Barkley?
Scotty
Charles.
Pitt. Scotty
Sir, I'm
Pitt.
gonna go.
That's tough.
Scotty
That's
Pitt.
actually really tough.
I think Charles got a
Scottie
deeper
Pitt.
bag.
Scotty Pitt. Scotty Pippen.
That's really tough.
I was gonna
Scottie
say
Pippen.
Scotty might blind Charles from all the rings he got on his hand.
I
Man, yo, that
I
whole
think
game, Charles Barkley was like, yo, can you invite me to Jordan House?
I think Scotty. I just don't think that Charles will be able to score on them.
I'm gonna go Sir Charles.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Pippen on this one. It's tough though.
But that's actually
Yeah.
tough.
Next, we got KG versus Dennis Rodman.
KG next.
Yeah, KG.
I'm
don't
only
think-
going KG because I know Dennis is not going to score.
I don't think Dennis is gonna score either.
KG
same.
is a one-on-one.
Same thing Clips just said. I agree with him 100%.
This footage of KG going at folks at the USA.
We watched
Full court
KG
1v1.
run up and down in a one-on-one full court. I got
Cooking J Kid, cooking all them dudes. I'm
I
taking
got
KG.
KG.
KG in this era will go crazy.
Wemby or Giannis?
Wemby.
3 dribbles. I'm going Giannis.
Wembenyama.
I'm gonna go Giannis.
I would go Wemby
I'm
because
taking
I know
Wemby.
Giannis is really good in transition, but I think if you stop him at that, give him the ball, 3 dribbles.
Can't shoot.
Yeah.
Wemby body structure wise is too small. Giannis is gonna get to the rim in 3 dribbles.
And
And then
He already
off
gets to the rim. He gets to the
I
rim
think he's gonna
on
get
full.
blocked by Wemby.
off of just
He gonna dunk
passing
on
him the ball off of a standstill, receiving the ball.
Because
So
Giannis
we're
gets-
talking about check
what-
ball, top of the key.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I was gonna say. Because when Giannis gets to the rim on 3-4 dribbles, full court transition. So half court with 3 dribbles.
So the first
I
move
can see Giannis getting there.
the first move I see Giannis doing is power step to the right, over the head of Wemby to the left, Euro.
And that
try to
jump
lay it
get
up.
punched.
Rims out.
I would love to see this in an All-Star game. Like, please, just one day, Lord.
Next, we got Jason Williams versus John Stockton.
Ooh.
I got Jason Williams. He's a little black inside. I got J. Will.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with him too. I think he has a deeper bag.
No, I'll go with Jason Williams.
There's no need to think. He does.
Clearing it? Who you got, Musa? Because I got Jason Williams too.
One more time. What was the matchup?
Jason Williams or John Stockton?
I'm gonna go John Stockton.
Oh, you just had to be the outsider.
I was on the phone, y'all, so I didn't even know what y'all all picked. J. Will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go Stockton because of the defense and that he had a great mid range.
Real quick, y'all. Let's get going. We got Dirk or Bosch.
Dirk.
Yeah,
I give it to
I'll take
Dirk.
I had to do some homework.
Dirty Dirk.
And Dirk used to play the 3 a lot when he first got into the league. He used to get to the rim on folks. And put people
Dirty
in the hoop.
Dirk. Dirty Dirk.
So I'm
Y'all
going Dirk.
y'all gonna like this one next. Paolo versus Tatum.
JT.
That's Tatum.
I'm gonna
That's
take JT.
Paolo.
I got Paolo on that one just because Tatum is,
I got Paolo.
side step 3. He's not gonna drive it to the hole. Look at he make it easy.
Step back 3 money.
3 dribbles. He won't take the mid range.
I love to see
I
it.
could
but
see. I could see pound dribble, tween, pound dribble, shot step.
What we gonna see from Paulo with 3 dribbles?
Generally
asking y'all.
Aggressiveness.
Just 2 downhill, turn the shoulder, 1 dribble, and then some post move.
Elaborate more on what you mean by aggressiveness, Peso.
I think he's gonna take it right at him.
Think he's gonna be successful doing that?
He'll have a higher chance than a 3 ball.
I don't think Tatum's gonna settle for the 3 though.
I think Tatum will be
That's
shooting
not bad.
it.
That's not a bad matchup though.
Next, we got Kelly Oubre and Tyler Hero.
Tyler Hero.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
take
I'll
T Hero.
take Tyler Hero. As long as he's healthy.
That was a little too easy. Yeah, I might like this next one though.
Take a Karan Butler over Sean Marion.
Yeah,
Tough juice.
I would pick Ron Bullard. Yeah. Ice Trey versus Isaiah Thomas
Which Isaiah Thomas?
from the Celtics.
I'm going
I'm gonna go
Isaiah
Trey.
Thomas. Isaiah Thomas. He literally averaged 30 on the league. I'm going IT.
I'll take Trae Young.
I'm taking Trey Young.
Yeah, I think Trae Young got that.
Y'all are crazy.
I'm taking IT.
Yo, that's IT was 3 dribble. IT. Oh my goodness. Trae Young don't stick defense.
Neither does IT.
But you talking about the 5'9"? He would attempt to. He's gonna definitely in a 1v1. Yeah, nah.
So, but if you put it in that case in a 1v1, Trey Young's gonna have to attempt to also.
That nigga ain't attempting nothing.
I got 4 more, y'all. 4 more. John Wall or SGA?
Shay.
SGA.
Shay's cooking him.
I'll take it.
I don't know about the cooking.
Yeah. Pause on the cooking part. You crazy, bro.
But I'm gonna take.
Prime
I'll
John
take SGA.
What is John Wall? Like John Wall's gonna shoot it? Like John
He
Wall's
got a
not
great
shooting
midi
it?
pull up. He's one of the.
John Wall's
He's
not shooting, bro.
been mid range. Are you crazy?
No. Better
He
than
get-
Shay at the mid range game?
I'm not saying he has to be better, but are we talking about prime John Wall here, who it was one of the fastest guards downhill with 2 dribbles?
Shay's not fast?
He ain't faster than John
He's
Wall.
not faster than John Wall.
But that won't even matter because it's only 3 dribbles half court top of the key. But that's the same point I made with Giannis, which is why I think John Wall can still get to the rim.
Are y'all picking John Wall?
I have Shea, but
I got
also
SGA.
No, I have Shea, but you said clear like John Wall was not a
He's cooking
John
him.
Wall. Yeah, wow.
John Wall gonna get to the rim because Shea's a solid defender, but people
John Wall, yo, listen,
People say
I
he's
think y'all
up there.
forget in 1-on-1, John Wall first step is gonna stun you regardless. But all right.
Steve Nash or Jason Kidd?
I got Steve Nash.
Ooh, this is actually tough.
I like that. I like this one though.
This is tough.
I got Steve Nash. I'm
I'll take
biased
Jason
to it.
Kidd.
'Cause J.
I'm
Kidd
biased.
too,
I'm going Steve Nash.
I got J Kidd.
I'm gonna do Steve Nash. Yeah, Steve Nash.
I'm torn. I really want to take Nash because Nash is going to be efficient. But J. Kidd. I'm going to go Nash.
2 more. Sabonis versus Sengun.
Which Sabonis? DeMontis?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going Sengun. Going Sengun.
I really don't know.
I'll take
Yeah, that's
Sabonis.
tough. Yeah,
That's too slow ass people.
I'm going Sengun because Sabonis is not going to shoot the ball.
I go Sabonis.
And I trust Sengun attempting a mid-range over Sabonis, who doesn't even want to take it when he's wide open. So, and they're both equally great in the post. Obviously, so I think Sabonis is more physical in the post, but I'll slightly give it to Sengun.
Now,
Sabonis. I'll take Sabonis.
this last one, we're gonna play this scenario.
Mm-hmm.
They get the ball on the block. They still have 3 dribbles. Who scores?
Oh, like a post play, basically. Post play 3 dribbles. Okay.
Exactly. Y'all
I
ready?
watched that yeah.
Still 3 dribbles post play. Zach Randolph or Kevin Garnett?
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna be biased and say Zebo. I love Zebo.
KG.
I think KG.
Zebo.
I'm going to go KG.
Yeah, I'll take KG.
KG's obviously gonna win that, I think. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna be biased and say Zebo.
Cool, man. We gotta do these more often.
That's dope.
Man, 3 dribbles. Mia Boston. Mia Tommy. Man, me.
Did
I'm playing.
did any of you guys catch
Clips versus
any?
Yeah. Clips versus
Try that.
Tommy. 3 dribbles. I got me.
We gotta get that going.
We're gonna
Clips
one day we're gonna do a grade
Does
A
Clips have a midi?
Olympiathon. We're gonna go all sports.
All of a sudden, this guy think he can swim.
Ant
again.
knows I could shoot. Does Clips have a midi?
I really can shoot.
Clips and mid range don't go together. He's a 3-point shooter.
I'm gonna shoot you out the gym.
He's a 3-point shooter.
I'm gonna shoot you.
Mid range. If you ask anything else,
I'm either gonna pull the three.
Or
I'm going downhill. I'm going. That's it.
Listen. We got to remember, fellas. We getting old in age.
We are getting, but
We got to get that going one time, though, man. Did any of y'all
the cathlathon?
first to three.
first to three?
who can
Did any
make-
of y'all catch
That's
any WNBA games? Because
course.
I watched Caitlin Clark put the whooping on Chicago.
Say it again, Clips. Say it again.
She put the Listen, I'm
She
not gonna
whooping
lie.
their ass.
Listen to what I tell you. That game, if you would have watched that
Listen.
game,
Her
they
and
was
Kelsey
up.
Mitchell.
They was up. They was up probably after the first 2 quarters. Yo, Caitlin Clark was hot, boy.
Chicago came out hot. too.
Tamale.
Chicago
damn.
came out hot. They were up like 13-15 in the first
And
quarter.
this is
but
and this is
then
what and
Kelsey Mitchell and them started just slowly. And then what hurt them to add the Clippers point, Cardosa and Reese got into foul trouble. I'm surprised
they got
she got
foul
that double.
trouble.
Surprised she got that double because I didn't think she was gonna get it because it was a blowout. She was in foul trouble, and they pulled Indiana pulled their starters.
Yo, hear me out. I understand why them girls be out there fouling that girl like that. That girl got the
I'm trying to tell y'all her ceiling I got is
now
Steve Nash.
you could watch
Better
like
3-point shooter.
how the team really plays with her. Oh my gosh.
And Clips, to add on to that, Aaliyah Boston didn't even have a good game. Aaliyah
Yo.
Boston got her first field goal in the middle of the fourth quarter.
Yo,
So-
Peso.
where we at with the playoffs right now? What is it looking like?
Indiana is a top 6 seed.
Top 6, I think. Top 5 or 6.
Chicago's at the bottom at the 8 or 9. I think at this point, it's Clayton Clark got rookie of the year. I know I've been saying Cole, but
Nah, that game sealed it. That game
Clark got rookie of the year right now.
Yo, and I ain't
She's
gonna
leading the
hold you.
league
for
in
a
assists.
female, for her to only shoot going left, and y'all still can't stop it. That is really sad.
But her best attribute, which I was saying in previous episodes, was her passing. Like I
Right.
wanted to say it then, but now she can easily average 10 assists in the season. If you just if she learns how to cut down some of them turnovers, because she leads the league in turnovers, by the way. Cut down some of the turnovers, and if her teammates can convert on easy layups when she does give them the outlet break passes, she can easily average 10. But Reese still got a long way to go.
I was really hoping that Reese was going to get it. And no shade to Caitlin Clark. Shout out to her. I have been seeing highlights here and there of what she's been doing over there and stuff, and she's tearing it up.
She over there hyping up the crowd in Chicago.
Listen
That was a home game.
Listen to what I'm telling you. I love Angel Reese. Cool. But what Caitlin Clark did last night, she sealed that rookie in the year.
So right now, the standings, the Liberties number 1, Connecticut Suns 2, the Lynx is 3.
The Lynx are winning the
Aces.
championship.
The Aces is number 4. Nafisa Collier is a dog.
That-
But
yeah.
the Aces.
That's why
are
I want to
4.
bring up something about that after this.
6.
After this
Yep.
is over.
Seattle's 5. Indiana is 6. The Mercury is 7. Chicago's at 8 right now, and Atlanta is at 9, but they're only a game difference because Atlanta lost last night. But I wish Dallas was good this year. The Dallas Wings.
So,
It's just
and
top
so-
two is hurt.
So in the W, they all play each other
Yep.
Yes.
because it's only
And
12
it's,
teams.
and it's the best record
Mhm.
the best 8 records.
The best
Or
8
based
records.
on the top 8 make the playoff.
Yeah, and that's what I like about it. There's no like, you just gotta
East
win.
and West.
Yeah, it's just
And
rank it
before Mike even goes, there's also I read something earlier this morning and last night that Portland is a potential spot to potentially get a team for the W. So Portland is in the running.
Doesn't Golden State already have one right
Yep.
now?
They have theirs is official. I think their team will be official in 2 seasons, 2026.
Damn, can we get one on the East Coast?
Listen? I've been saying it on here. Y'all heard it here first. Boston, it needs to have a women's
Yo,
team.
listen, yo,
And
Peso,
the way
they do,
everyone came
Peso,
out for Connecticut,
they have somebody. They had. That's what I was about to say. Connecticut would technically represent the East.
Yeah, because Connecticut's right there.
well, we need our own squad up here, man. We need our own squad.
Go ahead, Mike.
What do y'all think about Collier for MVP? I know Asia Wilson's a high favorite to win it, but
I'm
I know
not mad at it.
some people did some research, and you can't find out who the 50 people who vote on this, and the NBA just made it so you can't vote on the NBA MVP if you can't bet on it anymore. So I'm curious to see what's going on with this, if it's sort of rigged between the voters for them to make some money or not.
I'm not mad at it. People forget how good she was coming out of college, out of UConn. I wouldn't be mad at her getting MVP.
Asia is fucking killing.
But they're a 5 seed.
Nafisa has been going crazy. She's in the top 5 or top 10 in scoring. She's one of the top 5 in rebounding. She's in the top 10 in steals. She's averaging 21, 10, 4 with 2 steals. I mean, I wouldn't be mad at that either. She can play both ends of the floor. She got a money mid-range.
Where's Asia at right now?
As far as
she's the
stats,
favorite to win.
She's the favorite.
No, like stats-wise. Like close to 30 a game?
Yeah, about 27. Yeah. I'll check it.
Kill him.
Damn.
Just a few announcements before we get out of here. This will be the last basketball segment episode until the season kicks up for the NBA. We will be having our next show, episode 2, with Musa and the guys. Will be tomorrow still, carrying on with the NFL podcast, Pick 6. So make sure you guys tune into that. Other than that, man, we appreciate y'all for being here. Make sure y'all follow the socials down below. Continue to like the channel and subscribe. Continue to share. We appreciate you guys being here.
Yes, sir.
And enjoy the college football weekend.
Asia's averaging 27-12 with 2 assists and 2 steals. Yeah, she's doing fine.
Killing it.
MVP.
Not mad at that at all.
Rated A.
Hey, run that thing up.